It's late. You're standing in the kitchen. You're not hungry. Not really. You can feel tomorrow in your body already. The fog, the drag, the shorter fuse. You still open the cupboard. Not because you don't know, and not because you're weak. Because willpower is a fairy tale in moments like this, and the relief is immediate. The cost is delayed, and you knew it before it landed. It used to hit you after. Now you know before. Before the click, before the scroll, before the I'll start Monday. You can feel the decision forming. You can feel what it buys and what it changes. The pattern doesn't change, the timing does. And it used to hurt after, but now you know before. You don't keep the habit, you keep it reversible. You do the small move that keeps it open, so nothing has to be admitted. Nothing has to close. You keep one reset story alive. You keep the environment stocked for relapse. And you avoid the action that would make it real. Not because you're confused, because closing it would remove options. You're not choosing the behaviour. You're choosing to keep it open. The tell isn't what you do. It's what you refuse to close. Because open feels safe. Open means there's no cost paid yet. No identity admitted. No point of no return. This is why just stop doesn't work. Not because you haven't tried hard enough, because the system pays you now and invoices later. You can still imagine you're different. You can still say, this isn't the real you. You can still delay the consequences, because open buys relief. And relief is how the pattern survives. But then you pay. And it's not as a punishment, as physics. Your body keeps score. Your mornings change. Your energy changes. Your patience changes. And the worst part isn't that it's happening, it's that you knew. You don't get to call it just happens anymore. Because end of innocence is not learning. It's actually being unable to pretend you didn't know. There's a moment when you've got the hand on the cupboard, your phone is in your palm, your fingers hovering, whatever. You can feel two futures. One is clean and boring. You go to bed, you drink water, and you turn the lights off. The other keeps you open. One more. A little later. A little softer. And you choose it. Wide awake. You knew. And you did it anyway. But here it is. That's adulthood. It's not about perfection or even anything remotely like control. Just the end of the cover story. I didn't realise. I only saw it after. At some point, it just stops working. Because you feel it too early. Adulthood begins the moment you can't pretend you don't know anymore. You can still repeat it. You just can't call it innocence. And you'll be back in that moment. Hand on the cupboard, phone in your palm, lights on. And the real question won't be whether you know. What health costs do you keep leaving open? Because closing it would remove options.